So here you're gonna see some of the babies here that were just taken away from their mom. What happens is the female tilapia will hold the babies in her mouth for a length of time, which will prevent her from eating, and it will also shorten the cycles in getting fingerlings, right? There's a couple days post hatching now. As you can see, there are quite a lot of them in this tank, so we're getting ready to think about moving them now, right? So today we decided we were actually going to move them now to the grow tank. As you can see, they have put on quite a bit of size since that couple days post hatching. This now makes them about a week old, right? And we're gonna move them from here into the grow tank, where they would grow further into fingerlings, right? So as you can see, I've been as careful as possible not to damage them in this net because it's quite easy to damage them, right? So I'm gonna give you all a look at them here now because it's just me alone doing these videos, so it's actually quite difficult sometimes to be able to show you guys, all parts of the process. Right, so you're being very careful to not damage anybody and get them into the bucket before we transfer them. Right, so as you can see, they almost double in size since that first day, right? Alright, so we're going out to the grow tank now, out in the farm area here. Gotta be a little careful, be a little bit muddy sometimes, right? So what we're gonna do here basically is we're going to acclimatize the fish to the water conditions, right? So I will have to, remove the top, and so this top is all bird protection. It's to help prevent birds from eating the fish, because the birds will definitely eat them if they get the chance. Right, so as you can see, this water was sitting down for about a month or less, right? Because we had some fish in there before. Just want to give them a little tool. Needed that to, hook this bucket and hook it onto the side of the tank. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna just basically fill some water from the tank into the bucket. That would allow the fish to acclimatize to the different pH and varying water temperature. So that's to prevent casualties, right? So as you can see, quite a lot of them in there just waiting to get out. So we're gonna leave them in there for around 10 minutes or so that they could get a little chance to acclimatize to water. Now you need to be mindful of that, because if you have too much fish in there, they're gonna start to die, right? So we're gonna release them now. Guys, this is one of the reasons why when you get involved in aquaculture, especially tilapia farming, one of the best ways to do tilapia is monosex culture, meaning one sex, either male or females, but females still do the same behavior, which is holding the babies in them, holding the eggs in their mouth. The eggs won't be fertile, but they will still hold the eggs in their mouth, and that will prevent them from growing at a faster rate. So the males really are the best bet, right? And it's also something to be mindful of, because these fish reproduce almost every 2 weeks, and before you know it, you'll be swarmed with babies if you're not doing it properly, right? So which is why it's a very good idea to control the breeding behavior in your tanks, especially if you're doing fish commercially, even recreationally, for fun, because the whole point is for you to get some nice big fish, right, guys? So I can give you all an underwater view of them here, so you can see them swimming around. As you can see, the bottom of the tank actually does have some, little, we call these things bloodworms, right? So one of the reasons for leaving the tank to set for a while is to allow the tank to really bloom with these kind of things. Right, guys, so I'm sharing with the feed with you all here now. This is the crumble number 1, which at this size the babies will eat until they reach around 1.5 inches or so or less, right, where they could accept bigger pellets. So around this size now, they could accept pellets, right? So I will switch them from this to this, which is the 1.5, right? 1.5 mm pellets, right? And from here we will go to a larger size pellet once the fish reach around this size, right? We will switch them to the intermediate, which is the 3 mm tilapia feed, right, produced by Ziegler. Unfortunately I didn't have a video to show you all of that size, but I do have the 5 mm to show you, right? So this is the 5 mm here, right? So all these feeds are approved for fish for human consumption. Right guys, so with these super males that came from Sweden, we also got a lot of other fish, right? These were males, so basically, so you are given a batch of 7 fish per super male. We had 4 super males, and well, we only remain with 3, right? But these are the males that would have remained from the mixed sex that we would have to select the females from. Right guys, so as you can see, they're quite meaty on the top, very different from the local strain. Thanks guys, take it easy. I hope you all enjoyed the video.